Lessons from the Great White Brotherhood.
Plants and animals, earth and heaven. Question. Hi Bob. What happens to plants when they die? Do the plants in heaven not have an earthly incarnation? Much like how there are humans and animals that don't incarnate in the 3D realm. Or, do they die and then regrow in heaven? Answer. As is often the case, the answer to your questions is not easy. As I have already explained, God asked the directors of life to create planet Earth, and put an atmosphere, plants and animals, as an experiment, so that God could increase his wisdom, through their experiences. Us humans came much later, to help raise the level of spirituality. We humans were supposed, always, to stay in the astral realms. But, we came here, and here we are. Most of us wonder what on earth we are doing here, and I have tried to explain why. Now, this is the difficult bit to describe and understand. Heaven is not actually a place. It is a state of consciousness. But, when we go to heaven, when we die, or when we are able to visit it, we need to have reference points to be able to make sense of heaven. So, with our imagination, we see heaven as a solid place, with plants, animals, sky, and so on. But, it is actually our imagination creating this reality. When one advances enough, spiritually, we can bypass this illusion, and just be in the state of consciousness, that we call heaven. So, plants, when they die, do not actually go to heaven. Their physical bodies, leaves, roots, and so on, are made of atoms. These rot down, and the atoms are recycled to make more plants. The logos of the plant, its blueprint, gradually fades. The directors of life make more plants to replace those that have ceased to live. But the plants do not go off to heaven, because there is no planet called heaven to go to. Nor did they come from heaven. They are created by the directors of life. It is the same with animals. The atoms that constitute their bodies rot, and are recycled, and their logos gradually fades. Pets are a slightly different case. Now, us humans are totally different. We came from the heavenly sphere, which is our true home, and we return to heaven. I don't know if you can understand what I have written. It is not easy. But, the plants that we see when we go to heaven, are constructs of our imagination, individual, and collective. The plants that are on earth, are designed and fabricated by the directors of life, and, when they die, just get recycled. Follow-up question. Yes, I fully understand. With pets, they wait for us, or we wait for them, and wild animals go to their own place, where they loiter for a bit, and their energy is recycled to make more animals. But, what about pets who have had several owners? Because each reality is our own, do we all just see the same pet? I know these are complicated questions, that you may not have time to answer. Answer. The answer is quite simple. The law of mutual attraction implies that love is the strongest bond there is. If there is love between two people, or even a pet and his owner, there can never be separation. So, if a pet loves his owner, or an owner loves his pet, they will meet up again, in what we call heaven. The pet will go to the owner it loved the most. Now, as we create our own realities, we will have individual relationships with our pets. We have 4 cats, and I have noticed that my wife's relationship with them is slightly different to mine. We see them from our own perspectives. We can still love them, but in a slightly different way. Thank you, Bob Sanders.
Thank you for watching this video lesson. Please visit www.thegreatwhitebrotherhood.org for more lessons and free downloadable books.